speaking of tweets, I saw a tweet this morning, Steve, and I was like, wait, what? Here we are now. Two of the premier programs in the Pac-12 historically, UCLA and USC, are moving to the Big Ten in the 2024 season. The Big Ten said in a statement, the vote to allow both schools, wow, well, what a coinky-dink. It was unanimous. Yeah, sure, come on in. The landscape across the collegiate sports, as we know, is always changing. In the next couple of years, the Big 12 will be adding BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF next year. The SEC, and this is really what started the gigantic dominoes to fall, they will be adding Oklahoma and Texas by 2025. Pete Thamel, ESPN's senior college football writer, joins us now. And Pete, as I welcome you in, this massive monitor behind me, it's just so odd to look at. UCLA and USC heading to the Big Ten. And often I would ask why, but I think I get it. You know, UCLA needed the money more than USC, but there's another driver here beyond just a lucrative TV deal. What is it?
Scott, what we're seeing right now unfold in real time is that two conferences are pulling away from the rest of college athletics. The SEC and the Big Ten are making so much more money in their current or upcoming TV deals that there's a scurry to get to the other side of the moat. And it obviously offends geographic sensibilities for UCLA to play in Piscataway, New Jersey, or for USC to play in Bloomington, Indiana. But this is where we are, and this is where college sports is going. And today is the 11th month later answer that the Big Ten had to Oklahoma and Texas going to the SEC. And everybody is going to go to those two leagues, and no greater authority than the Supreme Court has told us in a recent ruling that leagues can essentially create the rules they want to create. And I really think the North Stars of college athletics going forward are going to be the Big Ten and the SEC, and today is a clear sign of that.
The natural question, Pete, that follows, if not necessarily why, is who, as in who else? What might we get in terms of an answer to that?
The prettiest date left on the dance floor is obviously Notre Dame. Because these two contracts are so massive, and because annually it's hundreds of millions of dollars, and, you know, schools are going to be making 60, 70 million annually, you know, somewhere in that neighborhood. In a lot of ways, Scott, the desperation to get to the other side of the moat has been ratcheted up today. You feel it in Eugene. You feel it in Seattle. They're feeling it in Clemson, South Carolina. I think Chapel Hill becomes a really intriguing address because the University of North Carolina could really fit in both leagues. They have the best two of the best media markets available, Charlotte and Raleigh. A great brand. They don't have dynamic football, but they have viable football. There is an uncertainty over the landscape like right now that I've never seen. And I think the next domino or the most coveted school is going to be Notre Dame.
I have a further thought on just Big Ten, SEC. Those are the two. If you're not in either one of those conferences now, where are you? Well,
ultimately, the playoff and how it's constructed and access to it determines your national relevance and viability. I really think one certainty out of today is that the commissioners who loomed as obstacles to the 12-team playoff, other than Kevin Warren, have to be riddled with regret right now. They had a seat at the table and a viable path for the next 12 years. And I don't think there's any certainty with this ripple and other ripples that are expected to come that they're going to have that same chance at a seat at the table.
As a consumer, not a reporter, as a consumer of this product, this feels weird to me. How about to you?
Certainly, as someone who loves college sports and has consumed them my whole life, it's strange. The fact that Oregon's not going to go play in the Coliseum, the fact that UCLA isn't going to play Arizona in basketball in the conference. I can't tell you how many sources to me today, Scott, used market forces as a phrase. Like, this is where we're going. The market's dictating it, and this is the beauty of college sports that we love. This is what it's created.
What a time to be alive. Pete Thamel, appreciate the context and the perspective, and we'll be following whatever happens next because something always happens next. Thank you, Pete. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.